Good morning, my beautiful followers. Hope everyone is having an orgasmic day. It is beautiful and orgasmic here in my world. So hope you are all starting your day out amazingly. I just got off the phone with a new consult. I did a new potential client consult, and I was listening to this beautiful soul share with me kind of what was going on, and he was struggling with the leap of faith to really jump in. And it was interesting because this morning I myself took a massive leap of faith in my own world, in my own business, and I just stepped in and was like, yeah, I'm doing this. And I really set my feet in the sand and decided to jump. And I got to thinking, and the fact is, if we want an orgasmic life, then we must. It is required that we take these beautiful leaps of faith in our sex, in our relationships, and in our life in general. And a lot of times we really have this concept that in order to take a leap of faith, we have to do something kind of crazy in terms of like jumping out of an airplane. Like people are like, that's like a leap of faith, like just like jumping out of an airplane. Or that you have to go spend, $1 million on something to take a leap of faith. And sometimes the fact is that is exactly what we need to do. We need to go stretch ourselves financially, or we need to make it where we kind of rattle ourselves and our heart is shaking. But sometimes, and truly most of the time, our orgasmic life comes from these tiny little leaps of faith, but they're big leaps of faith that will shake us internally. They shake our emotions, they shake our brains a little bit. We're uncertain. And we have to get to this space of certainty in our orgasmic life of, no, I'm doing it. And we're fearful of failing. And we have to get over that. The fact is, we're all going to fucking fail. We're all going to fail. Like, welcome to progress. If you want to make anything happen in your life, you're going to find failure. And we have to learn to embrace failure as not necessarily failure, but as moving forward, as a learning, as progressing, as seeing where we went wrong and then not making that same mistake again. And sometimes our leap of faith truly is having a difficult conversation with somebody. Guess what? That is a massive leap of faith. I think some of my biggest leaps of faith have been having those difficult conversations with those that I care about. Those are massive leaps of faith. Sometimes a leap of faith can be, I'm going to set aside this hour and in my day, and even though that it feels like it's going to stress me out, it's going to cause this and this and this, I'm going to set this time aside, and I'm gonna go start working out, or I'm going to start meditating, or I'm going to try something new. I get a lot of people who are starting their own businesses, and sometimes that leap of faith doesn't necessarily mean starting a whole business. It's getting on a live stream. I remember the first time I did a live stream. Guess what? That was incredibly orgasmic. I was freaking out. Now it's no big deal. I jump on a live stream all the time, share what's going on. But I can tell you that was an orgasmic moment because the energy came up and it was like a wave. It was a wave of pleasure and fear, and it's like that moment when you're in sex and it's so good and it's so juicy, and it almost gets to a point of like a little, I don't like the word scary, but a little intense, and you're like, oh, can I handle this much pleasure? Can I handle it? Can I hold it? Can I expand my vessel? And that's what we're talking about here. And the fact is, you totally can do it. It's just holding on. It's taking that leap of faith that you're going to be okay. It's taking that leap of faith that, even if you fail, you're going to learn something from it, and you're going to fail forward. You're going to move forward. And so in our sex, we have to take that leap of faith in knowing that we're going to be okay, that we're going to try something new maybe, and that our energy and our bodies can hold it and can handle it and can move us forward. and we can breathe it in. Sometimes the leap of faith is having that difficult conversation with somebody and trusting in yourself that if the relationship is meant to be and that it is a stable relationship, that they can handle your truth, they can hold you, they can hold space for you, you can hold space for them, that you can have those difficult conversations. That is a massive leap of faith. And then sometimes it is putting that $10,000 down on something that you're like, because it comes down to the certainty within yourself and the certainty within your higher power, spirit, energy, whatever you want to call it. I'm not here to define your spirituality for you, but the fact is, it's this trust and faith in more than just us, and that certainty within self that we're going to be okay. And listening to that gut instinct that tells us when we need to move and when we need to take that leap of faith. When that person you keep seeing that text message, when you keep seeing those same numbers, when the book falls off the shelf, as Gabby Bernstein would say, those are signs. And listening and tuning into those signs, and then taking the freaking jump. Because the jump, the leap of faith, is in and of itself orgasmic. It is incredibly orgasmic. And then it's not allowing that doubt and that fear to really overtake you, because you are stronger. You're stronger than allowing that doubt and fear to really take you down and pull you down. So staying in that certainty, staying in the trust of self is key. So if you want the orgasmic life, as so many people do, and as all my clients come to me going, I want this orgasmic life, Addison, I'm like, you're gonna have to start taking leaps of faith. Some really big, some smaller, but still fearful, still scary, still those spaces where you really have to breathe into yourself. And not seeing every leap of faith having to be this big, massive space. Sometimes it really is just doing that consultation, or committing to a new process or practice, but taking the leap. It's all about taking that leap. If you want an orgasmic life but you don't want to take any leaps of faith, you're not willing to go out on a limb, then you're not going to achieve it. It is required. And I just want to say thank you to everybody jumping on. I have so many hearts flying and people on right now, so thank you to everyone jumping on. But go take that leap of faith today. I want you to really sit and think about it for a few moments. I want you to think, where am I not stepping up? Where am I not stepping in? Where am I letting the fear take me down and control me? And where can I move forward? Maybe it's a little leap of faith just today. Maybe it's a huge leap of faith. But where can you go and step into that leap of faith and grab that fire within that I talk about so much? So go grab that fire within, my beautiful followers. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I'm still accepting new clients for my June program. So head over to addisonbell.net, fill out my application, I'll get in touch with you, and then we can work together. So, all right, guys, I will see you tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. I love you, and go grab that beautiful fire within and do that thinking on where you need to take your next leap of faith. All right, bye, guys.